Shalom, shalom, coming back at you with another lesson. I want to start off by giving all glory and immense praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and the apostles. Double honors and salutations to the apostles of GMS. And sincere shalom salaki for that pause. I'm over here dealing with these fucking clowns. I'm in public trying to do this lesson, so salaki. Call halayim la Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakwadash. Meaning all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's how you give praise to the Most High and His Son. Yahweh the Father, Yahweh Shai the Son. Okay? The true names of the Most High and His Son. Man, if you don't get your ass out my fucking business. God damn, these people are zombies. This nigga just right in my fucking window. Get your stupid faggot ass out of here, man. God damn. I had one group of niggas was playing around me. A dude and his woman. Then I look around this nigga, and I thought the nigga had walked, just went about his day. This nigga's literally in my back window with my window cracked. This nigga listening in. Oh, weird ass nigga, man. But it's okay, man. Let's get back to this, man. Now that's just gonna get me pumped up for this lesson, man. You know, yeah, let's deal with this lesson right here. You know, I know that might have been funny, but that shit is crazy though, cause it's some sneaky shit. It's some serpent type shit, you know. Like, I'm not really mad. It's just like, get your ass on, mind your business. You got a whole world. You should see where I'm at. I'm not supposed to get bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy, but I'm gonna show a video that this brother, you fucking bug outs, man. This is, you know, I'm gonna come back to this video. This is the Watts riots. I was younger, so I don't remember the detail, but I remember seeing certain clips. Now, in response to this video, I saw the elder, let's see if we can find this real quick. Manatazak Ba. Okay, that's the picture right here. This nigga, this specifically right here. Let's see if we can find that, the rap video they made, because this shit is a joke, man. The title of this lesson,
you wasn't sending a message to transsexuals,
is gonna be, who shall rouse him up, man? Who shall rouse him up? Okay, what I mean by that, who's gonna rouse up? We're gonna get the scripture. As a matter of fact, who's gonna rouse up you know, the Judite man? Okay, the Judite man is named after the Most High God himself, all right? The Negro man, which is completely different from the so-called Africans, the dark-skinned nations, all right? And if you don't believe me, you can look that up in the Zonderban. You can do your research. Even the so-called white man scholars will tell you that the Negroes are separate from the Hamitic dark-skinned African peoples of that continent, which we come from Judea. We come from Jerusalem, ancient Jerusalem, which is on the continent of Africa. Okay, but we drifted off into the interiors of Africa by something called migration patterns, and also fleeing from the Romans in 70 AD. We're still over there today. Even our seed is mingled among those people. But who's gonna rouse the so-called black man up? Because at this point, you're like a lion that is, you know, you ever see a lion in the fucking zoo? You know, he's a lion. He has the nature to destroy, the killer instinct. But after being in that cage for a while, he's just, who shall rouse him up? He's not really, you can't really do too much. You know, he's in that defeated spirit. He know he get 3 meals a day, and, you know, he just crouching. He's crouching the whole day. He's not really. So who's going to rouse you jakes up? Because your spirit animal is a lion, man. Okay, and then the rest of the tribes will follow. Okay, well, these devils, and I just want to make a point here, because you devils, man, you're not even built like our people. You know, when we talk about the super elite, Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, how our people are going to be targeted by the world government, by the U.S. government, Rex 84, King Alfred's plan, you know, genocide, homicidal maniacs, we're not really talking about you everyday so-called white people. Now, among you, you have militias and you might have a few gun toters that's gonna get down to business, but you're not built like our people, man. Genesis 25, it tells you that one shall be stronger than the other. We're stronger than you mentally, physically, and spiritually, and we're smarter than you, and we're more creative than you. Okay, so you know, especially with our backs against the walls, just, you know, look at how much pressure we've had to take affliction over the years. We still made it out of it. The genocides, the redlining, the gaslighting times 1,000. You know, all those things times 1,000, man. And we still came out all right. You had to destroy all our cities that we were building post, you know, the Reconstruction era, post-slavery. You know, you had to lie, rewrite history, put it in the libraries and the school systems and lie to us, erase our memory, who we actually are, the children of Israel. Okay, the true biblical bloodline Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Okay, which the so-called black man, the Negro man, is the head tribe. Okay, just as Amalek, okay, the Israeli people are the head tribe of the rest of you Edomites around the world, the rest of you so-called white people. Okay, and you can't even handle a little bit of pressure. Every thing, you know, geopolitically that's happening right now that goes in adverse, you know, that's adverse to what you devils actually want, that makes you uncomfortable, you damn near lose it, or you just want to crash out. Okay, you're not built like us. In the times of great distress, man, you're not built like us, and you're already scared. And that's one thing you don't want to admit. You're scared of certain of our people, man. There's certain type of jakes that put terror in you Edomite men. And you think your guns are going to save you. That's why you're so big on guns and police and all of that stuff. And all of these things going to fail you. And some of our people are so scary under you that put so much fear into you devils that you ain't going to be able to pop them guns like you think. All right? When you got 100 raging Negroes coming at you. So I'm going to just show some examples, okay? Listen, it's what inspired this is looking at this. These type of Edomites I'm getting ready to show you are definitely not the Edomites that can do nothing, all right, to Jake, all right? I know some wild niggas, period, that on sight would put fear into... I'm going to speak on these two Edomites right here. Okay, so these guys are the last two niggas that need to be doing rap videos. But see, you can do that behind the safety of your computer, behind the safety of politics, all right, in these different movements, all right? But that great civil war, that clash is coming. We've been prophesying about it. And you're going to have to face these niggas. You have to face niggas that do jail time and love it, nigga. You fucking white boys that have been comfortable, spoon-fed. You've always been socially accepted. You know, your whole life has been a lie. You've been lied to about who you are. What's that scripture? We have inherited lies from our fathers. You've inherited all these lies about you being the great Spartan, the great Greek. All of that culture goes back to our people. Okay. What you were a master of is getting in there and divide and conquering, bringing disease, biological warfare, and sliding right up into whoever was in power, sliding right up behind them. Okay, that's what you are a master of, but that was your blessing, your gift, the sword and your deceitful tongue as the serpent, man. Okay, so let's play this. I just want to show you this. This is pitiful, man. I know personally, because me and the brother was talking last night, there's a major percentage of average men out here that can't fight. So if you don't even have to be a professional UFC fighter. You could know some ground basics, how to sprawl, how to shoot, how to have a guard, you know what I'm saying, high guard, you know, a guard while you on your back, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, how to box, throw some knees, elbows, and completely devour the average dude, okay, especially with the spirit of the Lord, because you know, exercise profiteth little, but it profiteth something, right? So me and the brother was talking yesterday how really you should understand that as a man, a brother in this truth, you should be doing some type of training, man. You shouldn't just be totally ignorant, because these people, I brought up the issue that these people are like, if you remember the Power Rangers show, them gray motherfuckers. You know, them gray niggas in the show was just set up to be beat up. If you notice the Power Rangers, they would dust them gray niggas off real quick. And then it was time to morph into the Megazord. Because sometimes the Rangers, they didn't have to morph into their uniform to deal with them gray niggas. It was like 75-25, you know, like they could do a little something, but when they morphed, it was flawless victory. Okay? And that's us, you know, being covered by the Spirit, the blood of Yahushua, you know, that's our morph. But you devils not gonna have that. And you just not, you're not even the same as your forefathers, okay? You know, look at this right here. Let's play this video.
If you ever believed as a so-called black man or woman that these devils ever gave a fuck about you, you need to have your head examined. They always felt like this. And then there's a line in the song talking about the girl tried to leave the warrior.
Ass song. You see this nigga? And it was the worst song I ever heard. I'm just looking for the pictorials right now because I don't even really want to play. Let's just look. I want you to look at these. Look. This nigga look like Macaulay Culkin on the right. I know you know, I'm not inciting violence, but I know, you know, one slap in the right spirit from the right man will put complete fear in these two guys. And they're not built like that. This guy got fucking long hair like a bitch, no beard, a complete clown. And it don't matter if you know jujitsu, none of that shit. That shit ain't gonna matter, man. Okay, a lot of, you know, when you have a world that's the strongest shall survive, man, that's what we coming down to. Raw aggression, man. You even have professional MMA guys that'll tell you, this is one dude that's cold, man. He was like, look, you have to train this way and that way because you can never prepare because there's something called raw aggression. And he was like, you could, even a dude in prison, just because you know all the arts don't mean that, because you might have to face somebody with raw aggression. That might outdo your jujitsu, all of your training. And especially a lot of guys don't know how to apply that in a real situation. They don't have the muscle memory. And a lot of guys are emotional. And that's the biggest thing about fighting sports. It doesn't matter how long you've been training. That's what that professional dude was saying. But I know that for myself. You could be training since you're 5 years old. If you don't know how to contain your emotions, you can't get off the way you want to. You might forget your whole repertoire of moves and just go to swinging with your head down. Okay? And emotions are going to be high, man. So you devils will be on the losing end because our people have been immersed in hell. And they've had to learn how to cope. Now look at the nigga on the left. Complete clown. Okay? His whole uniform is after Jake. Okay, which Jake's whole black culture uniform, that hip hop shit, it is an experiment. So-called white man, but we actually put the pieces together, created it, and the so-called white man, you know, he weaponized it. You know, they probably paid these guys, but hang them high at sundown, MAGA artists slammed for releasing pro-lynching anthem. Like, are you niggas crazy? Like, you can't be touched. Now, let me show you what I was talking about, because guys like this, see the elite, they got missiles, they got drones, they got robots, they got Palantir, they got these systems they're building up so that these cities everything can be tracked. They got the MOTB, so they could get with it. Okay, they could send a drone your way, they can send a robot after you, they can send mercenaries after you. But you everyday Edomites, man, you might want to chill. You might want to take a chill pill because they ain't gonna protect you like they got you thinking, man. Okay? This whole thing of coming at the Negro, Latino, Native Americans while everybody else gets to enjoy their little pretty life, and all these promises are just more division because it's the sleight of hand. It's, you know, look over there while we do this because we coming at you too, but we'll use this to distract you, put a battery in your back, you know, as if we cleaning up shit, you know, awaken that racist bone so you could forget what's actually going on. Okay? And then we're going to come at you. All right? So you're going to have the powers that be coming at you. You everyday Edomites. Okay, you've been sold out by your own government. And then you're going to have these, okay, our people. Let's get Genesis 49. The Most High is setting everybody up so pristine, bro. It don't even make sense, bro. That's why we just got to lay back, lay low, keep trusting in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Look at the way the Lord is setting up you women. Everybody's being set up for that great fall, man. Okay? This is and right now, you know, the Lord is you know, let's just get it. Genesis 49:8. Okay? Judah, which the correct way to say Judah is Yahweh, which means Yahweh thanks. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, his name is Yahweh. Okay? His son's name is Yahweh Shai. And I cannot remember where that scripture is at, where it says that the son's name shall be in the father's name. So where in the hell do you get Jesus and God, man? Those are titles, and not even. But Genesis 49:8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Yeah, all the tribes, unknowingly, by default, or even willingly, praise Judah, the so-called Negro man, even if they're racist against him. All the tribes, from the Mexicans to the Ephraimites, which are the Puerto Ricans, okay, the Venezuelans, you know, they rock their hats backwards, the clothing, you know, want to get the whole line-up thing with the cuts in our eyebrows, with the whole style, which now the gays done took that, okay? Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Okay, the Most High raised up the tents of Judah first, as far as this truth, and gave this truth, okay, this knowledge to the tribe of Judah first, starting back with our elders. But ultimately, okay, Yahweh Shai is going to get the first major blow on the so-called white man, the Edomite power structure. When he returns, he's going to he's putting a major dent in their power structure throughout the world now with this truth, but it's going to be physical. And a lot of that is going to be by the hands of his elect, but his son first and foremost, okay, the Most High son. Okay, so just by default, Judah, okay, is the top tribe. Okay, and thy father's children shall bow down before thee, because the Lord comes out of the tribe of Judah himself. You got our people want to make these idols, statues, Mary and Jesus and all that, when in all actuality, Jesus was a so-called Negro man from the tribe of Yahweh with a Hebrew name, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and you all have to come under the banner of really the Yahwehdites, because if you don't accept that, then hey, you ain't gonna make it anyway, man. Okay, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. Let me look up that word whelp. Genesis 49. Let's get this in the blue letter. Okay. Yeah, take your ass over there. Don't walk your gay ass over here. Okay. All right. Judah is a lion's whelp. So our people are like tamed lions, man. Okay. A cub, especially of the lion, or a young one. You know, them young lions, it takes them to get older and go through much experience to get that confidence. Scriptures tell us that the righteous are as bold as a lion. So we're receiving that spirit in the spirit, okay, of truth, because it is what it is. We are the superior people, all right? But we have to make our way back to the Lord, because we've traded that in to be mortals. Okay, long story. Another topic for another time. Okay, so we're tracing our way back to immortality, which separates us from you regular men out there. Okay, from the prey, my son. Again, them young lions, at a certain age, they get kicked out of their tribes. Okay, and they got to go learn it on their own. They don't really have that killer instinct. They don't even know how to hunt properly yet. I'll be watching them shows, and they'll devour. They got the ability to devour, but they haven't tapped into it yet. Okay, and then when they start getting around that level, they'll go out and seek, you know, the female lions, which might already have a alpha male lion, okay, in that pride. And if they're able to take him down, that's a big ass experience. Okay, that's something they don't forget. You know, they learn as they go. You know what I'm saying? And one thing we're learning is not to trust our enemy, man. Okay, that's what the Spirit of the Lord is showing you, Israelites around the world, that you should know better, but you've trusted in your enemy, and you need to come back to the Lord. Okay, from the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion. And as a old lion, who shall rouse him up? Yeah, like an old lion, you know. They don't have the vigor they used to have. They used to sitting on the throne. Nigga got about 20 women, go out there and hunt for him. You know, help him, even if any foreign outsiders come in, you know, they're able to help a little bit. Children, you know, if he gets too old and he crouches too long, then he'll be overthrown and a younger male will come up. Okay, but who shall rouse him up? Okay, that's going to be Yahushua. That's the point of me bringing that out. Okay, and that's the spirit of prophecy. Revelation, the 19th chapter, the spirit of Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, is the spirit of prophecy. And this is why your enemies read the book of Judges. Okay. Psalms 2. Why does the heathen imagine a vain thing? Let's get that real quick, and then we're going to move on. And I'm going to show you this other video. Let me just get that. Brother Mwachazak just brought a lesson out dealing with that. With this precept I'm about to get real quick. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? That's what the heathen is doing. They're raging, these nations. Okay, the so-called white man, predominantly to do what? To cast him down from his excellency. Our people, which right now only 1/3 of our people are becoming excellent in coming back to who they are as the children of the Most High. 2/3 of our people, man, hey, you gotta go because you were deceived, okay, by the serpent, and you actually took hold of his enchantments. Okay, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh, against his anointed, saying, yeah, his anointed, his people. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Okay, the Lord shall have them in derision. Man, what? Yeah, so have them in derision. Let's look up the word derision real quick. So the Lord is laughing at you people, man. And it's going to start with, 1 second, derision. Okay, ridicule or mockery. Okay, the Lord is building you Edomites for the greatest fall ever. Man, get your ass out of here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Building you up, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. What fun would it be if you devils, Lord just took you out in a weak ass, in a weak ass fashion. You know what I'm saying? If you have the ability, the best way to take your enemy out is in, let them really talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let them put on a whole show. Let the nigga come out the ring dancing and gyrating with a whole theme and shit. Then knock his ass out. Okay? That's what the Most High is setting you up for, man. Romans the 9th chapter. But let's play this other video. Let me get this scripture before I go there though. This is Micah. It might be Micah or Nahum. Because we're not even speaking about the elect. All right? The men that the Most High is raising up, the hunters, which are teachers right now. I will send for fishers and then for many hunters. Right now it's fishing season where the Most High is fishing for the elect with this word alone. This is why you have, men going out to the street corners, the prophets, all right? And among them are found wicked men. You have a lot of bug outs out there, a lot of C to the I to the A infiltrated groups out there too, all right, to get agent provocateurs to get the ministry blame. All right, but out here are found the true prophets. I don't understand what these niggas be doing, dog. You just get behind a nigga. That shit weird. Okay. But let's get this real quick. And I'm gonna show you a video. Arise and thresh. Okay, because the elect, man, we're gonna be superhumans. All right? Super is not even the correct word. You think about Superman, that's not even an accurate depiction of the power that the Lord is going to give as a reward to his men, and that's the birthright. Okay, we keep telling you it's not about social class, it's not about money, it's about the birthright between Esau and Jacob, the white man and the tribes, man. Ancient hatred that you people know nothing of, and the super elite know this. Okay, and the super elite, the tiny hat people, They control your government. And their job is to deceive you. Their job is to not tell you this information, but behind the scenes, do everything they can to upset prophecy of our people, okay, coming into their full form, okay? Starting with the elect. So let's start Micah 4:11. Now also many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Yeah, our nation is likened parabolically unto a woman. Okay, it speaks about that in Revelations, how the dragon chased the woman, dealing with how we were chased into the interiors of Africa from our homeland during the time of the Romans, 70 AD. Okay, but also, where's that? Jeremiah, is it 3:1, 2:1? Also likens us to a woman. Okay, so they want to defile us, man, with their ideologies, their doctrines, away from the scriptures, away from our nationality, away from the truth, away from our heritage, away from our inheritance. And ultimately, they want to put that MOTB in you Israelites, man, that the mark of the beast. And let our eye look upon Zion. Yeah, they want to look upon you, but they want to look upon you destroyed, as a destroyed people. Okay, and that's what happens after, you know, generations of our people not being aligned in the customs of their way, but brought up under the banner of the heathen, the doctrine of the world, the heathen. Okay, if you want to be of the world, why don't you be of the world under the one who created the worlds, Yahweh Shai? So you got to live by the script, the correct understanding. Okay, but our people and these people want to be up under the world of the traditions of men, which have no understanding. Okay, it says, now also many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled, let our eye look upon her. Okay, but they know not the thoughts of the Lord Yahweh, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. And that's starting with the elect. We're being gathered. Okay, we don't have to war with you everyday people. I'm gonna show a video right now after going back to them riots. Okay, we don't have to war with you. All we got to do is war the spiritual war, which is an information war, truth and lies. Okay, we bring out the scriptures. Okay, vengeance belongs unto the Lord. When it gets physical, the Lord's gonna quicken us with those spiritual abilities. Okay, but we're being gathered to a holy place. Okay, a safe place under the banner of the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. The rest of you J's gonna be left out there. Okay, but Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is still gonna make a point. Okay, because the Lord is set against you heathens first and foremost, even though judgment starts at his house first. Okay, you heathens have built up so much of a tab. He's gonna get, yeah, he gonna get Jake. Okay, but you heathens, okay, you're gonna get the sons of Jacob, but you heathens, okay, you've had a long run, okay, and now the kingdom is at hand, and there's no more use for you. Okay, meaning that the Most High is establishing his kingdom now. All right, so all of you heathen nations got to be brought down. Okay, arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron. Yeah, your power, which is parabolic talk. Iron is damn near indestructible, man. Okay, and I will make thy hooves brass. It's speaking about the new bodies we're gonna get. And thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, you see, and their substance to the Lord of the whole earth. So this is the finish. Okay, this is the end deal. So we know we got that victory on this end. Okay, you heathens will have to cough up everything you got real soon. So let's see what's gonna happen in the middle of that, though. Because that's the final doom, and we might, you know, it's looking like we ain't gonna make it to 2027, bro. Okay, but let's get this. Here these niggas come, man. Fuck, I can't stand these motherfuckers, man. It must be in Nahum then. Hold on. Here it is. And I'm gonna show the video just as an example. This is Micah 5, and see, we have yet to see how it's gonna play out. Okay, we have these prophecies, we can see them, but we're not the Most High to know exactly how it's gonna play out. You know, for example, like, okay, it's gonna be a dude in a green shirt, he's gonna get it kicked off in front of a target. We don't know that. Okay, we don't need to, because there has to be some suspense left for the elect as well, because we're gonna get a battery in our back as we see these things. We're gonna be praising the Lord. Micah 5 and 7. It says, and the remnant of Jacob, let's start at 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord. And that we're already in the midst of many people. We've been scattered among all these nations. Okay, and in the nation of the United States, we're not even talking about these foreign nations. Remember segregation? Before that, we had our own towns that was prosperous. And that whole Martin Luther King thing was set up. Man, that's a good, man, that's a fine ass looking little thing right there, boy. Woo. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that whole segregation thing was a plot by the tiny hats, which is all we got the receipts. MK was nothing but a agent, okay, to segregate us and get us scattered among all these people, okay? Because when you have you know, communion, okay, you're stronger as a nation. Okay, so now we're all scattered. We gotta beg these people for jobs, for bank loans. We had our own banks. Okay, but as these wars get popping off in these streets, okay, we're gonna be scattered, but there's gonna be a level of, you know, the Spirit of the Lord on these jakes, man. I'm gonna show you in this video next. Okay, so, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as the dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. So our people are the majority. They call us the minority. But you think about the Negroes, okay, the Latinos, which right now the Lord is sealing up that breach, because as the scripture says, it's the Most High that broke the staff of the brotherhood, and that goes back to the curses in Deuteronomy 28. But through, okay, this devil showing his horns, which that's the prophecy, the tribes are going to have to come back together and have to put their heads together. And I'm going to show you a good example right now. Okay, at least to fight, to make a last stand, right? Because we know the 2/3 is going to be destroyed ultimately by those nuclear missiles in these wars in these streets, man. Okay, it says, oh man, I should have started at 6, but let's just keep going. And the remnant of Jacob, yeah, all these Israelites, man, and you Negroes, because see, a lot of the so-called black people in America are actually the aboriginals to this people. So there's a lot more than 13% than what they say. You know, another topic for another time. You know, they act like, you know, that small percentage that were brought from the west coast of Africa and Europe, those so-called black people, the tribe of Judah, is like the majority, and so like it's just a small population. No, you got to remember, the Northern Kingdom, a lot of the Northern Kingdom and the Latin tribes look like so-called Negroes too. You know what I'm saying? So it says, let's finish it. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people as a lion. Yeah, so who are the Gentiles? This is speaking about the natural Gentiles, which are the heathen nations. It's not talking about the Gentiles that you Christians in the New Testament are talking about, because those Gentiles are talking about Israelites, Israelite foreigner Gentiles, which are living like heathens, okay, that deny their heritage as being an Israelite, taking on to themselves, okay, the customs of the other nations, the ways of the other nations, the ideologies, the mindsets, the doctrine, you know. So the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people as a lion among the beasts of the forest. You see that? And up in the 7th verse it says, as the dew. So everywhere you tribes are at, you're going to be on these heathens' ass. Okay, the Arab man, the Asian man, the so-called white man. Because they're all, you know, bordered in your communities. They own all the deli shops, the cigarette stands, the smoke shops, the gas stations. You see how the Lord is setting them up? Okay, they live right on the borders of the ghettos. And now the so-called white man is moving all these heathens within the ghettos. It was a time when you was in the suburbs, but now the so-called white man is gentrifying everything and building these apartments in these nice places right in the ghettos. Okay, but there's nowhere to move you niggas though. There's nowhere to move you anymore. Okay, they would like to move you around, but they're getting ready to roll out this martial law, and they need everybody concentrated in these cities. So, okay, you're jammed. Okay, all you heathens are jammed up with these jakes, man. It says, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who if he go through, both tread it down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. And the Most High is gonna raise you Jake's spirit up, you Coonites, you Coonalites, okay, you unbeliever-lights, whatever, man, you niggites, whatever. Okay, you're gonna be forced real soon to, okay, to either assemble yourselves and fight back or just go back to the spirit realm. Those are the only options you're gonna have. Okay, you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans out here in the streets, you're gonna have to put your head together because you share the same common enemy. Okay? It says, thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. And again, like I said, save the best for last. The elect, nobody gonna escape that. Okay, the men that's gonna be set up with those spiritual powers underneath Yahushua. Okay, we ain't even spoke about the holy angels yet, what you people are thinking are UFOs. Your government is lying to you about that. Okay, it's over. It's a done deal. Okay, the Most High has his standing army. Okay, his prophets. We haven't got our change yet. Okay, the 1/3, then the angels, the Air Force. Okay, that war in heaven, which is the war that's going to take place between the U.S., these world air forces, and the Lord and his angels. Okay, real soon. So everything is already covered. Who you think gonna win this war, man? It's gonna be a flawless victory out here. Okay, with the Most High and his people, man. But let's get you devils is, whew, that's a bad nigga. And my thing is, bro, you gonna make a rap song, nigga, at least have some way about yourself. Look some kind of way. Look, nigga, them niggas, you Edomites look so weak, bro. Let's play this video. You look so fucking weak. Looking like Macaulay Culkin on crack. Hey, get the fuck out of here, man. I'll punch, you know. Let's play this real quick. I just wanted to bring that out, man. These jakes ain't nothing to play with, even though they destroyed. A lot of these jakes can't fight. Our people are just, okay, the scriptures say they're wise to do evil. And to do good, they have no knowledge. Okay, that they have taught the wicked ones their ways. Our people are supposed to be the righteous vine, but because we are the salt of the earth, we could put flavor on anything. Okay, you devils are known as the scoundrel, the villain. Isaiah 32. Well, our people can really show you scoundrel. They can show you guerrilla warfare. That's always been a thing our people were great at. How to sneak up on your ass and put you down. Our people are some scary people if they tap into that, man. Just the look alone, man. Think about them Haitians, them Jamaicans, these wild ass prison bird niggas with a wild beard, nigga beard barely come in, struggle beards and dreads. Braids with no line up, naps around the hairline. Okay, brolic, nigga don't even really work out like that. Nigga just do house workouts where he fucking, as he watch TV, but the nigga built like a Olympic weightlifter. Okay, all them football player type niggas. A lot of them niggas are just born with that type of super athletic, you know. And then we just read it. The Lord gonna put a different spirit on Jake. So let's play what we was just holding real quick. Just show you an example of this, because I'm sure we could tap into all these videos.
This truck, I think.
Okay, but this is an example. This dude named Reginald Denny, which he probably was a Jake, but during the time of these riots, you Negroes and you Latinos just instantly came together. And then, you know, was all of them businesses that was in your communities, you was jacking them up because you knew that. I think this happened after the Rodney King riots or something like that, when they beat up Rodney King real bad. You went around and you was destroying the Asian man properties that was in your communities, the Arab man, and anybody that looked like a heathen that wasn't Negro Latino, you was getting at them. Okay, so how much more when we're at the end of this thing? Let's just show you an example. And I'm not inciting no type of sedition. I'm just making an example, man. Let's play this.
And pull him out. see how the tape goes.
This is where it all started, and you heard Mark Ridley Thomas suggest that if the LAPD had come in and dealt with this in a big hurry, maybe all of this would have been avoided. Of course, the other side to that is that they were there, they knew they were outnumbered, they had to pull back for their own safety and by policy, and that's what happened.
Okay, a trucker is just trying to get through the city, and he happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Look at what these niggas do.
You've got two sides to what we're seeing here. This is the beginning.
Okay,
There's the body.
There is Reginald Denny. He is the man who was pulled out of his truck, kicked and beaten terribly until he was...
We have Bobby Green Jr., who I'm told is one of the men who came to the aid of this truck driver and got him out of there and got him to the hospital.
They probably won't show it. I didn't watch this video yet. They probably won't show it because they damn near killed the man. They took him out the truck, beat him, was throwing bricks at his face point blank, throwing bricks straight on his skull, smashed his skull in.
Mr. Green, can you hear us?
Yes.
Were you one of the people that beat him up?
No.
All right, so that theory is out the window. Tell us what happened and how you helped this man.
Well, I was sitting home watching TV, and I seen this guy getting all beat up. So I'm a truck driver from Norman Trucking, so I just got out the car, got in my car and went over there and helped him.
Did you have help?
I'll be darned. I hadn't heard.
Dang, they're not gonna show it because if you see the actual video, I wanted you to see the venacity. I don't even know what that means. It sounds right now. Okay, the spirit, how they did it. It was like in sync. It wasn't even planned. Okay, Jake, it was like it was Latinos and Negroes. They spotted this dude. If you see the original video, I guess this is after the fact. They ran up to the door. There was some words exchanged. They snatched that door open, got to business like it was written down in a script. And they did it like clockwork. Raging. So again, you everyday Edomites, you're not built, our people live in these communities where they got to look over their shoulders. They've already made their mind up. You know what? I got to carry the blick outside. Niggas getting their wig peeled back at the, every day. You devils don't have to worry about those things. You're not in trouble as men, as other men, okay? So we're not the same. We're built completely different, all right? We've taken everything that you people have came at us with and still exceeded. Okay, there's an elect that has been, the elect, we still here. The Most High is reserved, he's reserved a remnant unto himself. And that's raw power, man. So you can't destroy us as a people, is it? Okay? Everything you're doing is in vain. You devils, man, and you're just basking in your pride, and that's why I said earlier, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. We're gonna really enjoy you devils fall, okay? Seeing you fall, man. And all you coonites out there, man. You Negro Latinos and Native Americans, you coonites, man. All right, this is, I wanna get one more scripture where, and that's it. You know what, I made the point, because I was gonna get the scripture going into, how there's gonna be people invading one another with swords in their hands, speaking about the wars. The groom shall die, the bridegroom shall all die in the wars, the young men shall die in the wars. But we don't need to. I made the point. The point I was trying to make, I made it. So with that, man, say shalom. Till next time, shalom.